And if your voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket, your prize is doubled. Hey, there's nothing like a little green to cure the winter blues. 2x2 top prize odds, 1 in 105,000.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly sunny skies with light winds and an afternoon high near 22. Tonight, mostly clear skies. It will be cold, a low of around 9. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds again, the high near 38. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Bundle up, bring your crew, and make this winter one for the books with Bachfest at Beer House. Enjoy winter brews that will tangle with your taste buds, polka dancing, games like Hammerschlagen, Stein Stamina, and much more. Bach beer will be flowing, and sausages and pretzels will be available for purchase. Doors open at 11 a.m., and the party goes outside until 6 p.m. before moving inside. VIP tickets are $75, but just $5 gets you in the door. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for this Saturday's Bachfest.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer, Jay Foreman. Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block.
That it is. Welcome in a Friday edition of the show. Going to be a fun 2 hours taking you through the rest of your workday, getting you set up for your weekend. I'm Austin Norman. To my left, Eric Strickland. D-Strick.
Yay, yay.
No, Jay, you actually get to talk today.
No, Jay, I get to talk. Yeah, Jay takes over, man. Jay, no, I'm just playing. We love having Jay. Actually, it's good to have a nice little debate, between qualities of minds. And there's days though we've got to create a day where we let Austin cook. We got to get Chef Austin in the kitchen and let you really cook.
I'm the break glass in case of emergency guy. You and Jay are there, but I'm third string chef.
Well, shoot. We do enjoy you, and I know the listeners we do. We appreciate you guys. Had a really good show on Thursday with WTF last night. We ended up doing OG perspective in this or that. And it was shortened, though, because the number one team in the league, the Lincoln Stars, had a game. So we had to kind of turn it over to them for that broadcast. And it was all good. But I just wanted to thank all those that did come in. And still participated in the short version with OG perspective and this or that. We appreciate you guys every Thursday, 6 or 7. And we hope we don't have to do a shortened version again. So did you get all of what we bring to the table?
All the facts.
All facts.
Not some facts.
Yeah, not some.
All.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of all facts,
Man.
Nebco. All
Nebco.
facts is what I'm about to tell you about.
1908.
1908, fourth generation family-owned and operated business with over 1,200 employees in 26 companies throughout Nebraska. One of those is constructors. They're hiring for all positions with immediate job openings for mechanics, as well as laborers, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Another one of those great companies is Ready Mixed Drivers. They're looking for some CDL drivers for that Ready Mixed Concrete brand. Apply today and start your career with a $2,500 hiring bonus.
Also, let's just stay on Nebco real quick.
Hit me.
Just think about that, right? Think about not only you being a community-based company that has been here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You said 1,200 employees?
1,200 employees, 26 companies.
And adding. In a time frame when a lot of people would be looking around and wondering what's next for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are saying all these different things, cuts and recessions and all of that. But Nebco is saying, come on and be a part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beautiful part I love about what Nebco's doing. Not only are they maintaining and people are staying the long haul with their time of work, and they're giving skills, they're teaching skills, they're providing skills, and they're hiring and giving opportunities to those who are out there. Shout out to them. Matter of fact, I'm going to send that to somebody, because just because there's people that are out here looking, but they just don't know where to look. And I'm gonna send that to a couple of people. Matter of fact, shout out to Nebco.
NebcoInc.com. NebcoInc.com. Stricky, maybe Nebco can be involved in helping build more Memorial Stadium back up. Some renovations on the docket, according to Troy Dannon. And with those renovations that are coming, Nebraska canceled its home and home football series with Tennessee. First of all, your reaction to Nebraska making that move to cancel a home and home with a team that Nebraska hasn't seen that much of. It would have been the first two regular season matchups between these two schools, but Nebraska canceling the two games with Tennessee in the 26 and 27 seasons. Your initial reaction to that move?
I don't like it, but I understand it. Let me just say that. I don't like it, but I understand it. For me, right? Nebraska is looking for an emergence of not just remembrance, but actually putting on field what people remember of who they are to be. One of the last times they actually played Tennessee was when an NFL quarterback great was there, and it was total domination.
That was the first time those two schools played.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Total domination. You made the Vols and Peyton Manning look
silly.
Like it was like their kryptonite. It was like he was the kryptonite to a man that had totally dominated the college football landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yes, I understand where they are and where they're going, but I would have liked to have seen that, because you're looking for something that's going to put you back on the map. And I think you need things like that. I think you need games like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because think about this. Look at what it did for the pundits' eyes when they jumped on Colorado the way they did.
Helped. A
right?
lot. Mm-hmm.
They were talking about them getting into the playoffs, and there was all type. They need things like that. Now, if their schedule comes out, Podunk and Dookie Brown, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got questions. So I'm saying to them, I understand it, but who are you trying to be? You're trying to put people on notice. And I think a game like that could do it, whether you lose or whether you win. And I'm saying if you lose close, I still think it does something for you, because they're a program in the SEC that's, would you consider one of the top tier, with a top tier program?
Tennessee,
or second tier?
Tennessee. Well, I mean, they're a college football playoff team in the first year of the 12-team version.
Right.
So they're tier 1B, tier 2. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's the way I look at it too, man.
Texture 3028 on our Sartor Heyman Jewelers text line says they tried to cancel the Oklahoma series. Now they're canceling Tennessee. I understand it may make sense financially for the extra home game, but in my view, it's a bad look for the program. Also, as a season ticket holder, I'd rather get to watch Nebraska-Tennessee once as opposed to Nebraska versus some lackluster gimme team. Nebraska, in exchange for Tennessee, will add a home game against Bowling Green in 2026 and Miami of Ohio in September of 2027.
There you go. There you go. Now, even more now, I'm like, what do I do in those situations, Austin? I give the Nebraska program right now 2 thumbs down.
Fair.
You go from that to that? Man, I almost threw my cap in the air.
You should, just for fun. 3, 2, 1. Yeet.
Man, oh man. You go from that to that. And who was the texter?
3028.
3028. I feel you, man. I would much rather see the Vols and what is that color considered?
Orange. Burn orange.
Orange. I would much rather see those fans come up in here and that TV game. Yes, you're trying to get eyes. You're trying to get young men to have a passion and desire. This is what programs that have kind of fallen off the map, they take chances.
Mm-hmm.
This is what even to me, it's worse. It's worse than being scared of playing North Dakota State.
Woo.
If you're a program and North Dakota State comes knocking at your door and they say, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" And you peek out you don't open the door. You peek out the little peekaboo thing.
The peephole.
And I'm not talking about Kendrick Lamar's song Peekaboo. You peep out the peephole. Pause. No pause. I'm just playing. Yeah, I just had to give my guys. Who's my
Eric
guys?
and Lincoln.
I had to give my guys,
mm-hmm.
My pause for the day.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure
you don't even open the door and North Dakota State out there like, what's up? It like Doughboy on Boys in the Hood. What's up? And you don't even open the door. I shame you for that.
Here's the comment from Troy Dannon. We are making plans to embark on major renovations of Memorial Stadium that may impact our seating capacity for the 2027 season. The best scenario for us is to have 8 home games in 2027 to offset any potential revenue loss from a reduced capacity. The additional home games will also have a tremendous economic benefit on the Lincoln community. Again, Strick, that's where I really don't like it because I do think that Nebraska needs more of these high-profile non-conference games. I think that would help the program more than it would hurt the program. But let's take a look, Strick, at that 2026 schedule now. Your non-conference is 2 MAC teams in Ohio and Bowling Green, and then North Dakota to round out the non-con. Your home opponents in Big Ten play, Indiana, Maryland, Washington, and Ohio State. Okay, 3 of those.
Wait, say that again?
Indiana, Maryland, Washington, Ohio State come to Lincoln in Big Ten play. Your road games, Illinois, at Iowa on Black Friday, at Michigan State, at Oregon, at Rutgers. Not necessarily forgiving, but not exactly murderer's row. You turn the page to 2027, take a look at the Nebraska football schedule. Northern Illinois, Miami of Ohio, the second game in the series between Nebraska and Northern Iowa. Then, Strick, your road games in conference play at Ohio State, at Washington, at Wisconsin, at Northwestern. Your home games, Minnesota, Iowa, Oregon, Purdue, and Rutgers. So, the next question then is just how many other schools will keep their home and home series, right? We have this Alabama-Wisconsin home and home that's going to be in the second year next year, I believe. It's not too late to cancel that now. Too late now. But in the 12-team college football playoff that might be expanding to 16, how many schools are going to be willing to play these games, right? Because back when you had the 4-team college football playoff era, when these games were scheduled, it was such a benefit to you to play a game like this. Have a data point against a power conference team that's going to really benefit you if you win, and it shouldn't knock you down too far if you're competitive, even if you end up falling short. But in the 12-team era of the college football playoff streak, even if it goes to 14 or 16, a lot of schools, I think, are going to end up saying, what's the benefit? We already in the Big Ten and SEC test ourselves with so many upper-level games in conference play. We're setting the standard. Why do we need a marquee non-conference game? We can afford to do more of the college basketball model where we schedule a lot of cupcakes, ramp up into conference play. I still don't like it, but I understand it. The other part of this that doesn't exactly sit right.
Can I pause real
yes,
quick
you can pause.
before you drop? I got to pause because I want to stick right where you're at. Austin, this seems like it's coming full circle for what it used to be like for the BCS.
Okay.
That teams would schedule this is how your Cincinnati's and all of them ended up finding their way in.
Well, since he was the college football playoff era.
Well, I'm you know what I'm saying. But those teams like that would find their thanks for correction, but I'm throwing that out there to say teams would schedule these podunk schedules and would find it. Notre Dame used to do it, where they would kind of be podunk, maybe a fringe type of team at that time, maybe like a Texas A&M,
sure,
just to make themselves kind of look like it was good, and then they would all of a sudden be in a BCS game. Even the early stages, they did that just to get themselves enough wins so that they can get in. And it looks to me that it's starting to find its way back there again. Am I wrong? Or can you see the vision of where that's going?
I totally see where you're going with that. And that's where, Strick, I still go back to what we were talking about yesterday. The College Football Playoff Selection Committee needs to put its criteria out publicly, just like the NCAA Basketball Selection Committee does, right? Let teams, athletic directors, administrators, and even fans to some degree know what it is you're looking for. Because I don't think that like the BCS, I don't think going undefeated is obviously a requisite for playing for national championship anymore, right? You can be 9-3 and get in the dance. If you're competitive, you win the right games,
right?
You play a tough enough schedule. I don't love the idea of a 3-loss team in the bracket, but it's going to happen, right? If you're 10-2, you're 11-1, you get tripped up once, but you're clearly one of the best teams, you should still be in contention for it. But I do think that's why these teams and administrators need to know what the committee is looking for. Because if they're going for just number of wins, you're going to see more games like this. But what college basketball has done with the net rankings, which again are far from perfect, but it prioritizes and incentivizes these home and home matchups between big programs, right? Duke and Arizona are playing one. Duke and Illinois are playing a random non-conference game tomorrow at Madison Square Garden in the heart of conference season because it's good for the resume. College football needs to incentivize games like that, but that's where Drew and Lincoln has a point here. He says, as a season ticket holder, I would love to have Tennessee come to town, but until the SEC has 9 conference games too, you're putting unnecessary risk on yourself by playing a 10th Power 2 conference team.
Okay.
It's smart of Nebraska to cancel this series. If you look at the minute details of how does Nebraska make its resume look the best this season, you get an extra home game. It should be a win. You're going to test yourself and have opportunities in conference play, but then Nebraska can't miss in conference play.
Because I can respect that.
If you beat Tennessee in the
I can respect the
non-conference
understanding of it
and lose to Oregon and Ohio State, say in 26, hey, guess what? Now you have a quality win on your resume. But if you don't play Tennessee and you lose both those games, well, how do you do against the top competition? You played a paper tiger schedule. It wasn't actually that tough. But again, until the SEC makes the move to 9 conference games, there's going to be more incentive for SEC teams to want to play these games than there is Big Ten teams to play these games.
Okay, that's a respectable rebuttal. I actually like that, and can understand that. I also will say this though. I look at, and maybe this is a conference related, thought, because I look at what Clemson did. You're right. I think that, to me, weaker conference 9-3 Clemson has no chance except for what they did. by winning the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
To me, tougher conference 9-3 seems to me, and I'm talking about the 9-3 could have come from out non-conference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying you played 2 tough non-conference. You might have lost one by a field goal at the last minute. Mm-hmm. You won one by 10, and then you lost a couple in conference. But you're still in the top tier of the conference because those 2 losses was to Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. That 9-3 looks a lot different to me than
the Alabama 9-3.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. To me, it still would work to your benefit, but I do believe you that the criteria needs to be set so that there's an understanding with how can we work the schedule to fit within the rules or the boundaries of the criteria. So
to make it advantageous for us.
Yeah.
That's Nebraska's primary concern. Let's just go through some texts here. 402-464-5685. That's our Starter Heyman Jewelers text line. Mean Joe Green, all I feel this does is continue to give Nebraska and the Big Ten a black eye in terms of scheduling, giving up a premier game to pick up 2 teams no one cares about, even if they are wins. James in Lincoln, others will follow Nebraska's lead, just like with everything else you just watched. We also had some news on that, Strick. Texas, USC, Ohio State all canceled their spring games too. Nebraska was one of the first to do it. Here comes some other big name teams following right behind them. And I don't think James is necessarily off base. I wouldn't be shocked to see more of this.
Why?
For the spring games? Different
poaching.
Poaching was the rule Matt Rule gave. Mm-hmm. Bill and Bennett says,
I can see poaching.
Yeah. To cancel the chance to play a team like Tennessee in football almost seems cowardly to me. The baseball team would never do that. 4069 would rather have Nebraska playing in top tier games, makes Nebraska look weak and scared to play big opponents. I agree with the media blasting Nebraska for this. Greg and Lincoln, kind of amusing. We're talking playoffs for Nebraska.
Pause. Who said that? I mean, right. I don't think we're talking play. What we're saying is if you're having a schedule, we're just making already. There's nothing by way of playoffs we were talking as far as we're saying, oh yeah, they're on the verge of breaking through. No. It's talking about a reference to Clemson with a 9-3 record, and if another team, and obviously we're here in Nebraska, so we have to have, that would be like me saying, oh yeah, Oklahoma again. Why would we be talking about Oklahoma? I mean, we're in Nebraska. We deal with the Huskers. Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily saying that we believe that they're ready to make the jump into it. Hey, if they do, hey, I'll throw my hat and we'll have a celebration, right. Rick James style.
Hey, and then Trey says it's pretty simple. Just win the games on your schedule. Doesn't matter who, when, or where. Just win. The example I would point to for Trey's point, Strick, Indiana.
Facts.
Didn't play a killer schedule.
Facts.
But won its games. By virtue of being in the Big Ten, it got some deference, got the benefit of the doubt, got knocked down for losing to Ohio State, but still made it into the tournament. So, can Nebraska have its Indiana year sometime in the next few years? We'll have to see. The other part, we have just a couple minutes here that I think is worthy of touching on, Strick, is Troy Dannon's comment where he says, the best scenario for us is to have 8 home games in 2027 to offset any potential revenue loss from a reduced capacity. I get it, but also think about the amount of money you'll have to pay these MAC schools and the FCS schools in North Dakota, Northern Iowa to come in. Not cheap, but it doesn't kill you. You wrote that into the budget already. And then how much you have to pay Tennessee. You have to pay the Vols $500,000 per game to cancel it. That's money that I'm sure they wouldn't have made this decision if they wouldn't think they couldn't make it up. But think about how much money you would have made on a Tennessee day.
That could have been a big TV game.
And I get it. You're going to get more from a home game than you are a road game in 2027, right? I understand that. That's just simple logic. But the amount that you could have made in 2026 off that Tennessee game, make it a whole week of stuff, not just 1 or 2 days of it. Yeah, I'm a little skeptical that money is being invested the best way there.
And you're talking about visibility. You're talking about big time visibility. If you're trying to recruit and listen, I don't care what anybody says. But if you're a player of anything that's worth your salt, you want to play. I didn't go to the Big 8 because I felt like I just wanted to run Rashad through the Big 8, because I was just that guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's because Oklahoma State there was tough. It was because Kansas was tough. Kansas State gives you run. Missouri was rough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oklahoma, rough.
Iowa State here and there.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was it was because I knew that every night we came on the court, it was going to be a battle.
Mm-hmm.
You're one that you might tweak on is Colorado, maybe at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're worth your salt, you don't come here to play against, Timbuktu University. You want to play against the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I would go. I mean, I want competition. I want to be able to show the world that I'm him.
Mm-hmm.
Himothy. Right. That part.
Few more texts here. Heyman Beans, Nebraska only cares about money, not quality.
Whoa.
We'll see about that.
Hey, you said it. I didn't.
Gorilla Bear, weird taking a potential signature win off your coach's resume.
Huh?
Weird to take a potential signature win off your coach's resume when he's still looking for one. And then Gus Mohawk says, I've always said leave South Stadium alone. It's a blue-collar part of the stadium. No donors, just true fans. It's the loudest part of the stadium for sure. Win games first. Does a renovation help you win games? TBD. I get what you're saying there, Gus Mohawk, right? Yes, on the one hand, sure, I can take your word for it that it is more blue-collar. But also, and maybe this is the fact that I've gone to games as media and then have, tickets occasionally in South Stadium. It's not necessarily the most pleasant experience, right? If you can enhance that experience for the fans that you're calling blue collar, why wouldn't you? The bathroom lines are long. It's impossible to navigate. The ramps aren't necessarily the best for everyone. You can keep it blue collar. You can keep it for, those same types of fans, but you can still make their experience better. I think. I don't know.
There it is.
So, Money G in Kansas, money doesn't always make it right. Downtown Scott says, go play Tennessee in the playoffs. That is hopefully the next step for Nebraska football, who has canceled their home-and-home series with Tennessee in 2026-27. We'll go to break. More on the block on the other side.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. When it comes to gift giving, it's all about the wow factor. And let me tell you, nothing wows quite like jewelry. Whether it's a delicate necklace or a statement ring, jewelry makes the right statement. So if you want to knock her socks off, or anything else for that matter, skip the generic gifts and go straight for the bling. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly sunny skies with light winds and an afternoon high near 22. Tonight, mostly clear skies, and it will be cold, a low of around 9. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds again, a high near 38. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Welcome back in to segment 2 on the block here on a Friday. Keep your thoughts, keep your comments rolling in here on our Starter Heyman Jewelers text line 402-464-5685. This segment brought to you by Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows, based out of Hallam, Nebraska. They offer a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty on everything while keeping their prices affordable. Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today for more info at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Stricky, we can see it on stream. You got a logo on that left pec of yours. What logo is that, my friend?
It'd be a Mavs.
It do be. It's on the hat too.
It's Mavs Day for Stricky.
Shoo!
Yeah.
How are fans dealing with the fallout from the Luka trade, Stricky? How's that going for them?
My boy, they're not taking it very well right now. It is one of those things where I'm going to make this a broader discussion as well, right? You've seen a lot of fall off in a lot of ways. You saw it through the All-Star game ultimately this weekend. It's it's kind of it's sad and shameful at the same time, because it's the place where Vince Carter went buck wild in that dunk contest. Now, listen, Mac McClung did his thing, but why it should not be Mac McClung? You understand what I'm saying? I remember going back then, and that competition was wild. I mean, it was Vince, it was Tracy McGrady. I mean, these are Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was those type of guys. I mean, you've
MJ
seen some
was in
of
the
the
dunk
best.
contest.
You've seen Kobe. You've seen some of the best come in and do it. Baron Davis, some Hall of Famers and guys that are in top 75, Drexler and all. You can go back, Dominique, all of these guys in some form or fashion have done it, right? And it takes a Mac McClung to not only win it 3 times, but to save the day. And who you had out there he's going against, I tell me, yeah, I've seen some things out of them, but tell me what their impact is on the league. It's not. It seems to me that then the game that was played, there's no relatability. It's like when I came in, there was a respect between us and the fans, right? There was a mutual respect. We cared about them because we wanted to put a show on for them, because we knew that without them, there's no us. You understand? And same thing back. Now, where there was a uniqueness was not only did you have rivalries, your Lakers against Celtics against Indiana against Detroit. Like, you had these different rivalries at different times, right? Even the ones that were created with Miami and New York, with 2 Georgetown, because you can have these relatable situations. 2 Georgetown superstars in Ewing and Mourning against, battling it out. Who's it going to be? Right? And that seems to have lost. And for a long time, there was a love between the Mavericks and Dirk. Decades long, 20 years long.
Yeah. One team
relationship. Same thing with Kobe. See what I'm saying? Same thing with Jordan. Same thing with Reggie Miller. That was a comeback situation because he just couldn't sit there and look at what was going on. I get it, right? We can go across the board and just look at those types of situations, right? And there was this draw and affinity that kept you there. And now you've seen LeBron on 5 or 6 teams and KD on 7, and all these are the best guys. The only one still holding is Curry. Yeah. Right? And there's a love, there's a kind of a love there. Jokic, there's a love there. But it when you do things like what LeBron did in the All-Star game and you don't show up, when these guys pay hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, because this is their child's first game. This is why MJ and guys like Stockton and all these guys, they were so valuable, because when you showed up in a city, you knew that they were going to play.
Yeah. And
then you show up, you pay all this money, and then the guy's sitting in dress clothes.
Or if they didn't play, you knew it was for a good reason.
Right? Well, and had they got hurt the night before, or a major injury, or Wembanyama situation, you can understand, right? But when guys are just like, oh no, it's a load management day. Load management. So people are starting to feel some kind of way. Mavericks are feeling that way because they had this unique bond through Dirk with the son who was to take over what that was going to be. You had another generational talent, Austin, that you felt was going to be able, and has put you on the verge.
Yeah. Took you to the finals.
And there's that yanking away. It's like a divorce. It's nasty. It can be.
It's
not a good feeling, right? It's not a good feeling. And so then now you know, it's unfortunate. I think that Luka is not only just coming off of his injury, he's got to be feeling it. He's got to be feeling it, because I felt it. I knew what it felt like when I got traded to New York. I knew it was it hurt me so bad that as much as I love Dallas, I sold my house because I didn't want nothing connected to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now Luke is struggling, and we've seen what that struggle looks like for anybody that has come on and aligned himself with LeBron.
Yeah.
Is a huge tapering off. Kevin Love goes from 26 points, second team All-NBA, to 16 in their first year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. We can run it back and look at all of them who has kind of had this huge tapering off. And then it's got to hurt Dallas even more because now AD in one game goes and does what AD does.
Mm-hmm. Alternates days.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Question from the text line, Stricky. I'll let you pick a couple, and I'll pick a couple from Gus Mohawk. So to get some of that buy-in, right, that restore some of that trust with fans, if you could pick the lineup for the dunk contest for this year, who would you have seen in it?
Say that again.
If you could have picked the dunk contest lineup, just like 2 or 3 guys that you would want to join the dunk contest for next year to restore some of that trust between players and fans.
I think Zion needs to do it because he needs to revamp
his own image.
Mm-hmm. I would say the same thing for Ja Morant. Right.
Partner.
You know what I'm saying?
Wavelength.
Right now, Ja's like the owners are in take back mode where they're even talking about trading Ja Morant.
Mm-hmm.
There's discussion. There's underlying rumors, and so I would say him.
I wouldn't
else?
hate Anthony Edwards, but I don't think he would do it.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. I like where you're going there, my boy.
Bring Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon.
I was
back.
thinking Zach LaVine maybe, but I think people are pretty much war on them. I think Aaron's body is not that same athleticism that it was, but I don't know who could be a forward. Throw me a couple names and I'll tell you on the text line 402-464-5685, and I'll tell you what I think.
I'm trying to think through some of the younger up and coming guys that could really use that stage to make a name. One of the Thompson twins.
So one of the I was about to say maybe one of the twins.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say maybe one of them. Yeah, I could see that. I don't see anybody else. I don't see anybody in my mind.
Shaedon Sharpe, Portland. Dude's bouncy as heck.
He's bouncy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I'm trying to think.
But is there somebody out there with the creativity of McClung? The
well,
dunks
you need
he
to invite
did,
him back because he's 3 in a row now.
the dunks he did, bro.
Yeah.
You're talking about someone who thought those out, mapped those out, but even more on that stage executed.
Mm-hmm. Just how ridiculous is it, Strick, for him to grab the ball off the head, tap it against the rim, and still dunk it?
Right.
Like how ridiculous is that?
Ridiculous. Sick. Yeah, man. I was impressed. I was totally impressed. Now, whatever the other guys were doing, I was like, well, what? That was dang near worse than what I saw when Michael Finley did the cartwheel and said, Mike.
Hey, did you see
we clowned him for that. We clowned him for that for at least a month.
Did you see Tanjay matched Mike Finley's records up at Wisconsin?
I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah, that's special.
How about it?
It's special.
9987 says Derek Jones Jr. Oh, dude's an astronaut. Dude can jump.
You know what? He can.
Yeah.
He was with Dallas. Yeah, bro.
He can get up.
He can go.
He can go get it. And Virginia Pirate says Grizzlies GM made a pretty firm statement the other day and said they wouldn't be trading Ja. Let's not take that one at face value.
We don't.
If Luka Doncic can get if Luka Doncic
that part
can get traded.
Yeah, they said they weren't going to move either. They told all of the fans up in Vancouver they weren't going to move in the middle of the night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
No.
Speaking of bye-bye, we'll say bye-bye to this segment. Wrap up hour 1 of On the Block in just a sec.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with light winds and an afternoon high near 22. Tonight, mostly clear skies. It will be cold, a low of around 9. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds again, a high near 38. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Welcome back to one final segment in hour one for On the Block. A fun, exciting, busy hour two ahead of us. We'll take a look at that here in just a moment. A little bit of a schedule change for Nebraska baseball due to inclement weather in Louisiana. Sounds like Sunday is a no-go for the baseball team, so they will play tonight at 6 o'clock and then play a doubleheader tomorrow. First game, the regularly scheduled time. Second game will be 45 minutes after the conclusion of that one. Husker softball also in action this weekend. They beat Baylor in game one yesterday before getting run-ruled by UCLA 9-1 in 6 innings. Stricky, this is a heck of a tournament, the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Baylor receiving votes. UCLA ranked number 4. Huskers taking on Duke, who's ranked number 11.
They're going right now.
They're going right now.
Yeah, I think they were on third right when I saw it with one out.
Then you have 2 more games tomorrow and then 1 more game on Sunday. That's 6 games in 4 days for Husker softball. Much as you love the sport, that is a grind.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, man. Shout out to them, though. I mean, they got some more arms.
They do
out there, to pitch. And the Arizona State transfer gave them a good run, only 4 hits in 6 innings, and then they just caught up with her. So, I mean, but that's good. I mean, those are good early lessons. UCLA team's a phenomenal team. So, they played them pretty well. They just didn't have the bats to help out in that game, but that's okay. They're going to learn a lot from that tournament.
Happens from time to time. We'll take our final break of the hour, get you set up for hour number 2 of the show. Which is more important for the sport moving forward? Is it more necessary for baseball to get automatic balls and strikes, or football to spot the ball electronically? With the advent, the dawn of more ABS systems in spring training this year, thought we'd take a look at that. And then Nebraska basketball's next opponent at PBA is Michigan on Monday. Nebraska's played 2 bigs. Michigan's done it just a little bit better. What has made Michigan so effective playing 2 big men at the same time? We'll dive into that and more as we get into hour 2 of On the Block.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. When it comes to gift giving, it's all about the wow factor. And let me tell you, nothing wows quite like jewelry. Whether it's a delicate necklace or a statement ring, jewelry makes the right statement. So if you want to knock her socks off, or anything else for that matter, skip the generic gifts and go straight for the bling. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of February, take advantage of 4.75% for up to 60 months on 400 and 600 series sprayers and seeding equipment. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeding inventory online at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Bundle up, bring your crew, and make this winter one for the books with Bachfest at Beer House. Enjoy winter brews that will tangle with your taste buds, polka dancing, games like Hammerschlagen, Stein Stamina, and much more. Bach beer will be flowing, and sausages and pretzels will be available for purchase. Doors open at 11 a.m., and the party goes outside until 6 p.m. before moving inside. VIP tickets are $75, but just $5 gets you in the door. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for this Saturday's Bachfest.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot, and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela. They let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer, Jay Foreman. Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEPCO. This is On the Block.
Last hour of the week for us. Hopefully it's the last hour of the week at work for you. I'm Austin Norman, Eric Strickland, my partner to my left. This is On the Block, brought to you by NEPCO. Again, check them out at nepcoinc.com, especially if you are a mechanic. They're looking for you to join their constructors team, or if you're a CDL driver or want to be one, Ready Mix Concrete can help you out with that. They're looking for you. They will also pay for your CDL training. You can check all that out at NEBCOinc, NEBCOINC.com. Been a bit of the rage here, Stricky. It's spring training starting up right now. I am wearing my Kansas City Royals gear. Stricky's repping the Mavs. I'm repping the Royals. I got my Backyard Bobby t-shirt on from Players Weekend last year. Bobby Witt Jr. broke out the Pablo Sanchez bats, and they made a t-shirt of it. So I had to do it. It's been a long 134 days since I got to see Bobby Witt Jr. play baseball, but it's okay. All is right in the world. Bobby baseball is back. But in about 60% of games this spring, Strick, Major League Baseball is testing out its automated balls and strikes system. That means they have the cameras set up that judge whether something is a ball or a strike. It gets the data from where the pitch was thrown. It relays it to the umpire, and the umpire makes the call according to the computer.
Wait. I need a quick breakdown just to make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing on that. Now, say that one more time with regards to how that works. Let me make sure I'm hearing that correct.
you got cameras that are set up at certain angles of the plate. So essentially what these cameras are looking at, the strike zone is the 17 inches wide of home plate. 27% of a batter's height is the bottom boundary of the strike zone. Up to 53.5% of the player's height is the top of the strike zone.
And there's some type, it measures that based off of
the hitter.
Okay.
Yep. And then the strike zone depth, the plate being 17 inches from front to back as well. My understanding of it is wherever the ball crosses that midpoint of the plate is where the ball will be called or ruled a strike or a ball. So these cameras are set up, ball crosses, computers figure out where it is the ball crossed the plate or didn't cross the plate, relays to the umpire with a chip in his ear, and then boom, there's the call. That's the full ABS
And it
system.
relays it to the ear.
To the ear.
Similar
So,
to like if he was a quarterback or something.
pretty much.
Okay.
That's the full ABS system. But what's going on in spring training right now, it's the system that has been used in minor league baseball for at least a full year now, and that a lot of people prefer, Strick, is it is still the umpire calling the balls and strikes without help from a computer. They're judging it as they see it, but each team gets 2 challenges per game. That's it, just 2. These challenges have to be initiated by the player, and they can't get help from the dugout.
So the player that's in, you get 2 per game.
Yes, total for the whole team.
Okay.
Not per player. So if the pitcher on the mound thinks that was a strike, the umpire called it a ball, put the hand
They
on the
can
top
go.
of your head
Okay.
or to the side. Pitcher can call for it. Umpire sees it. And then what happens is it'll pop up on the video board because they still have the camera set up. You'll see where the ball crosses the plate.
Yeah.
If the player is right and they get the umpire's call overturned, the team retains the challenge. But if the player challenges and gets it wrong. Team loses the challenge. So
Mhm.
down to 1, you only get those 2 per game. So you do technically.
You don't want to do that early then.
You do not want to do it early unless
Mhm.
you're absolutely sure about it. And that strict, the challenge system is what it seems like a lot of baseball fans and a lot of players have preferred. Because there are some people that like the human element of the game and that not every pitch is life or death. A lot of them are pretty obvious. Maybe there's some borderline ones that go one way or the other. But a lot of people so far have liked this challenge system where they have the computer there as a backup, but they for the most part, allow the umpire behind home plate to take control of games. Do you have an opinion on that? Which one you prefer?
I'm not against it because we've seen how I don't even want to say it's umpire bias. They may not like a team. Strike zones get narrowed for one and the other. And there's a lot of I mean, it's been. I would say that the technology of the day has hurt umpires than it's helped because
It helped them get lazy,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, not only helping them get lazy, it's helped them to be exposed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, like, wait a minute, like
every little mistake is on blast.
Is put out. Mm-hmm. It's on blast. So when you see that, if you go to that method, I don't think I have a problem with it. It's tough. That's tough because you still need the field umpires.
Yes. You still need the home plate umpire for plays at the plate.
Right. But they're just not calling the calls anymore.
Right now, they are.
So then what are they testing?
The challenge system for Major League.
They're just testing the challenge system.
Right. And the cameras make sure they work because they've had this.
So
in
I thought
minor
they
league
were
baseball.
doing, I thought they were just having they were calling the balls and strikes by way of the zone thing as opposed to the umpire.
That would be the full automated balls and strike system. But a lot of people don't want to go
They don't like that?
fully automated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they think iRobot would be favoring the Dodgers as opposed to the Indians are they the Indians anymore?
Guardians.
Guardians.
Yeah. I think they just think it's a bridge too far. Like, it's weird to have a home plate umpire not actually doing much, you know?
Change
Like,
is a mother, bro.
What are we paying you for?
Change is a mother, bro. It's wild to think about, right? We're going there, folks. I think we got to get to a point now that, from what it seems to me, Austin, you might want to learn some form of AI. Like, learn it. Like, how can you be good in that forum? You know what I'm saying? Because I could even envision in some form that even though manufacturing is looking to come back here, I still think they're going to be trekking towards that method. But how does that work in sports though, right? How does that work in like basketball? Like, how would that work? Like, that's what's crazy to me. Now, I know they've been talking something about potentially adding where you mark the ball for, like first downs or when the tackle happens, or talk to me. I don't understand it fully, but I've been hearing.
Before we get to that, because I think that's a great segue. We have one person on either side of this debate so far in our starter Heyman.
Okay, let's get it.
Sebastian says this is absolutely stupid. Don't need more electronics in sports. 4979 says, I actually saw this tested out in the minor leagues this summer in Utah. It worked great. They would challenge the call, and it actually added some excitement to the game. Again, I can get both sides of it, Strick, but to your point too about the umpires being put on blast, it has probably never been harder to be a major league umpire. With how fast more and more of these guys are throwing, with how optimized their pitches are to spin more and moved more, I think umpires need all the help they can get. And do I want to go full ABS? No, that seems like a bridge too far. The only way I think I would be on board the computer calling all the balls and strikes is if before the game or during the game, let's say it's like 15-0 in the sixth inning, and one team approaches the other like, hey, it's a getaway day, we got to catch a flight. You go to turning ABS off, go back to the ump, who's the actual human ump, who's probably going to have a little bit wider strike zone to get the game over with a little quicker. If you leave it just computers, it's going to drag on. That's what Major League's data found, is that when the game was just called by the computer, there wasn't any wiggle room. There were more walks in these games, and all those walks extended, at bats, actually undid all the positive changes of cutting game times down from the pitch clock. So I do think that the challenge system right now is the best, because you still get the human element of it. These guys are still pretty good. Like, even the worst umps are still getting like 90+% of calls right. It's a tough job. I think they need help, but not every call matters the same. Not all of them have the same impact. So I'm good with keeping the home plate umpire there to call it most of the time. But the few Storm Chasers games I went to last year, I thought the challenge system worked great. Only happened a few times a game, at least the games that I was at. It was quick. It was like a 20-second process by the time they pop it up on the video board, get the challenge, make the call, and then you're back in the box ready for action. I think it's smooth enough. I think they have most of the wrinkles worked out. I don't know why they don't implement this in Major League Baseball, the challenge system, right away.
Well, I'm gonna speak to it, because I think you hit on something, because I've been a referee in basketball, and I definitely understand what you're saying, right? In blowout games, if there's someone just black and white, and again, the higher the level you go, the better. I used to tell you this, I think back at 48th when we were there, 48th and R. The higher the level you go, the more things don't become black and white, and it becomes, how good are you at refereeing the gray?
Yeah.
The best referees, I believe, are the ones who can maneuver within the gray, meaning that foul doesn't fit. That foul here happened 10 plays ago, and we want to mirror that. Otherwise, that coach is going to have a problem, because he saw the same type of thing, even though if it's 50-50, you must have great play recall so that you can know that, that went charge down there, we make that charge down here, even though it's iffy, more so to the black of it being a foul, but let's run this way. Otherwise, we're going to have coach in ear,
Yeah.
right? Or game's a blowout. Guy drives. Yes, he gets hit. Process that. It goes in. Let's keep moving. Let's not go to the free throw line. It's a 20-plus game with 3 minutes left. When we going to the free throw line? And people will put people on the free throw line. Yes, it's a foul. Yes.
Yeah.
But it don't fit now. Let's go on. Now, the other team goes, and it's that same thing. Let's make everything calm and cool. They might be feeling some kind of, the foul count is, you got to weigh all of those things. Foul count 7-3. Oh, this is one we can get right here. Free throws, you know what I'm saying? 7-4 now, and you're not looking for that, but you have to process those type of things. You can't do that with just
computer.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's where I was going with that.
I like that. Brad on the text line says it would ruin pitching. Brad, you'll have to let me know what you mean by it would ruin pitching, because like anything, Strigman, you said it, there's always going to be an adjustment period, right? And maybe it would make pitching more difficult for a year or two, but these guys are so good at what they do. I think more than anything, it would ruin catching if they go to full automated balls and strikes, because there's been a big emphasis on framing.
Framing doesn't work no more.
Tricking the umpires, which is a skill. Do you want it to be a skill in the game? That's what Major League Baseball, I think, really has to dictate. But again, would it ruin pitching? I don't think so. I think it would help pitchers because they could figure out where the spots they have to hit are. The zone doesn't change from game to game. It changes from hitter to hitter, right? But you already know that based on different guys with different builds, different body types, right? David Ortiz is not the same hitter as Jose Altuve. You pitch those guys differently, but you already knew that. I think it would actually be a benefit to pitchers to have this because it would be more defined. They know what they can work with. They know where they have to get their ball to break, how many RPMs it takes to get it to break at this certain part of the flight path versus a little bit earlier or later in it. So yeah, it would be an adjustment depending on, again, where they set the parameters of, is it as soon as the ball crosses the plate? Is it when it gets halfway across the plate? Where do they measure it? As long as pitchers and hitters know what the rule is, Strick, you've been around professional athletes for a long time.
Yeah.
From the outside, when I hear about rule changes like this, and let me know if I'm off base or I'm on base, the vibe that I get is professionals have their preferences maybe for a rule, but it might not be that deep to them. As long as they know what the rule is and how it's going to be interpreted, they can adjust. They can learn the skill. They can adapt to whatever the rule is, but having to navigate that gray on their own, not knowing, is this a foul? Will this be a ball or a strike? That's where they get caught in the moment. It makes their job harder.
Yeah, and that can be a frustrating day and night and whatever series. It can be that can make frustration, no question.
Brad says it would make it harder because you no longer have to swing at the junk. It has to cross the plate. Brad, I think that's a nonsensical argument. I mean, the pitches still move like crazy. You still have a quarter of a second to figure out what it is you're swinging at. So pitchers are still going to be just as nasty as they were before. It's not like knowing that the strike zone is from here to here helps a batter know what's coming any better and what pitch is coming, how it's going to break, how it's going to move. It makes the strike zone more consistent. It doesn't make it any easier to hit, I don't think.
Facts.
But Stricky,
could you imagine the computer trying to judge a knuckleball? Right? No.
Good luck.
Good luck with that.
You brought up something, Strick, and I think this is another fun sort of discussion point. Electronic spotting for football. Which do you think is more important for the long-term health of the sport? This automated balls and strike system, whether it's full or challenge in baseball, is that more important to baseball, or is it more important to football to have electronic spotting of the football for the health of the game moving forward?
From what we've been seeing as of late? I would much rather be some laser eyes over there dictating you, because I think there's something you could probably put in the ball. There's something you could put in the ball.
Which sport?
For football.
Football? Okay.
There's something that you could probably put in the ball, that there's something that's on the sideline, some type of laser connectivity or, something that can pick up. And it could be a little R2D2 or something just running along the side. Yeah. That's going along the side. And R2D2 is just standing over there, and he's got his little eye thing. And the next thing you know, the ball goes and he's just kind of, you got to stay. So if you hit R2D2, that's a penalty. So sideline infraction.
Right.
Just know that's R2D2 has his lane. You step in his lane, penalty, right? Because he needs to be able to get to the spot. So R2's like, and R2 could be fast too. R2 can run like Tyreek Hill. And he's going down the side. Boom, he gets tackled. The eye goes out. And then he goes, bzz, he hits you with the, what's his name from X-Men?
Oh, Cyclops.
He hits you with the Cyclops. Zzz, and he looks at it. He looks down. Okay, boom. He puts it right there.
Okay.
I'm going to create that. I think I need to get with, maybe Elon or somebody, put that together, get a patent. Who wants to join Stricky with the R2D2 sideline reporter? Let's get it.
Here's
no, I'm just joking, but I'm not joking.
I love where you're going with it. I still think, maybe it's because we've already seen it. I still think it makes sense to have it in baseball first. I think it's better for baseball because balls and strikes are every pitch. And those really change the outcome of a game, right? How many times in baseball is there a borderline pitch in a big moment versus how many times is there a spot in a football game, right? Would the laser eyes have helped Josh Allen, convert that fourth down against the Chiefs right around midfield, right? Would that have made that call better or worse? I don't know. My holdup with football, Strick, is that we already have a hard enough time judging when a player is actually down sometimes, right? And where the position of the ball is. So it would certainly help in football to set it up. I would say almost like you said R2D2. I love that imagery, like a garage door opener, right? Where you have it on either sideline and then it's tracking or it can sense when the chip in the ball passes the line.
Yeah.
Except here's the problem. What if the guy's knee was down, a foot short of the line to gain, but then the ball crossed after his knee was down? Does that system help you judge that? You'd have to go back and
you still have to go review.
You have to go back and review it anyway.
Yeah.
Would it help speed up the process? Probably. But I think in baseball, it's already there. It's already simple in place. We see that it works. I just worry that in football, it get a little bit too complex too quickly. Maybe it would simplify things. Maybe I'm off base on this because I think if you have the call in the field, that's fine. But think about it too. For baseball, which part of the ball has to cross which part of the plate? It'd be the same for the NFL. Do you just have to get just the nose of the ball across? Well, what if you cross holding the ball sideways, right? And you get one of the oblong sides crossing first. The nose never crosses, potentially, but the front edge of the ball and you're holding it sideways crosses. Would that register as a first down? Do you have enough room in the system for the human element to pop in and say, yeah, enough of the ball got to the line that we give it to him? Or would football players have to get the nose up to the laser or past the laser? Would it be the middle of the ball?
Well, I think they could.
I don't know.
I think they can write that into the rules. They can either add that or then make an addendum to the rules on that. I mean, whatever you want to make it. You know what I'm saying? Tip. The they've got the line on usually the little. Is that it? Whatever that is. Just make an addendum to it.
No, I like that. 6785. Can't wait for the day to see someone get taken out by R2D2 on the sideline. R2's a tank, Stricky. He's a wagon.
Oh man, R2D2, man. R2D2 is he's taking out all comers if you step in out of line over there. Or would you rather it be C3PO? With speed. With speed. C3PO. Down the sideline?
I like your R2 idea, man. I love your R2 idea. One-Eyed Ray, allow me to work in some Greek mythology here. Who's calling you Cyclops? Nobody is calling you Cyclops. Money G in Kansas, computerized strikes and balls is going to happen. Cole says NFL just needs to talk to FIFA and get VAR. The tech is there.
VAR.
It's their video review system. But that's how they review like offsides and whatnot, right?
I think so. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it in action, but I still think a lot of that is subjective. Like, okay, he kicked the ball, I'm there, but then I beat him. I'm still kind of lost at how they do offsides. I'm still kind of lost on hockey too. Like, there's not big enough a plane to say there's an offsides. Go get it, and I'm first, and I make a breakaway. I should be able to go get it and put it in the net.
I think so too. And here's the thing: if you're gonna cherry pick, that's risk reward.
Right.
You're not back on defense. That's putting your team at a disadvantage. If they're good enough defending 5-on-4 and they can get you a 1-on-1 with the goalie, more credit to them in hockey as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Offsides is stupid. We need more
I think it's dumb.
Sports. That's what we need. What's not dumb? Nebco, they sponsor the show. Also not dumb, all the sponsors that you're going to hear from for our break. We'll be back to talk some Nebraska, Michigan. Both teams like playing two big men. One team's done it a little better than the other on offense. How has Michigan made it work? Are there lessons there for Nebraska men's basketball? That's straight ahead.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through March 4th is $1 off crisscross pretzels, buy one, get one free on hot dogs, and $2 off Piedmontese brats. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
Bundle up, bring your crew, and make this winter one for the books with Bachfest at Beer House. Enjoy winter brews that will tangle with your taste buds, polka dancing, games like Hammerschlagen, Stein Stamina, and much more. Bach beer will be flowing, and sausages and pretzels will be available for purchase. Doors open at 11 a.m. and the party goes outside until 6 p.m. before moving inside. VIP tickets are $75, but just $5 gets you in the door. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for this Saturday's Bachfest.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of February, take advantage of 4.75% for up to 60 months on 400 and 600 series sprayers and seeding equipment. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeding inventory online at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Welcome back in to On the Block. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you here on 93.7 The Ticket and TicketFM.com. Nebraska men's basketball has probably its best opportunity to move the needle for its postseason resume coming up on Monday. I know we'll talk about this game a little bit more then, but just as a pre-weekend sort of preview here, let's dive into a little bit of Michigan, Strick, and what they're doing.
I don't like Michigan.
You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking you to respect them a little bit and talk about what it is they're doing.
Okay.
Michigan, obviously, with the end of the Juwan Howard era, the transition to Dusty May, had to make some changes to the roster. The biggest change that they made, Strick, was actually the biggest change. They play two 7-footers together, more possessions than anyone in college basketball. Those two 7-footers are Vladislav Golden, who you might remember being the centerpiece of Florida Atlantic's run to the Final Four under Dusty May just a few years ago. Golden played center for that team, bruiser, rim runner, super traditional type of big man. The other guy that Michigan got out of the transfer portal, Danny Wolf, the Jewish Joker is his nickname. He was at Yale. Again, another guy that helped spring a team in the NCAA tournament. He was on the Yale team that took down Auburn in the first round. Danny Wolf was certainly a big piece of that. 7-footer, but he's kind of a stretch guy. He can handle the ball a little bit. Dusty May went out and got both of them, Strick, and has found a way to keep them on the court together quite a bit of the time. These numbers have changed since the time the article was published about a month ago, but I kept it in reserve. Because what Michigan is doing is something no other team in the country is doing. At the time of the article, the only other teams that had more than 5 possessions of two 7-footers on the court together, Arizona for 27 possessions, St. Mary's for 14 possessions, Coastal Carolina for 9, San Francisco for 5. You could also throw out potentially Wisconsin that starts Stephen Crowell and Nolan Winter together, but Winter is listed at 6'11". So that's why they don't qualify for this. But even if you throw Wisconsin in that mix, Michigan is unique with just how much they're playing two big men together. And Strick, the fact that they're running a 4-5 pick and roll with two 7-footers.
Yeah. Because
Danny Wolf is able to handle the basketball, because on the year he's shooting 36% from 3. Now Golden's shooting 45%, but he's just 9 of 20. Wolf is 26 of 72 from 3 on the year. That's good for, like I said, 36%. Strike, that's where we see the difference maybe between what Michigan is doing and why they've been, one of the top offenses in the country. Right now, they have a top 20 offensive efficiency rating, according to Ken Pom. Their defense, again, with these two big guys, you would assume would be pretty good. They're 22nd in defensive efficiency. But contrast that with Nebraska, right? Trying to play two big men at the start of the year, Strick. you could have talked me into the vision if Berke Boykinjo was shooting 35-36% from three and Braxton Mia was defending the rim, or Andrew Morgan in there doing one of those two roles. There's less continuity and less, there's more overlap, but less continuity between the three big men that Nebraska has, especially when it was trying to play two of them together, versus Michigan, who can play one at a time, who can play Golden at center when Wolf needs to sit, who can play Wolf at center when Golden needs to sit. But what makes Michigan unique is how they can play those two guys together, and they're not in each other's way because they're not both post-up guys. They're not both floating out behind the perimeter. Michigan can play matchups, and it can just bludgeon you on the glass on defense because it has an athletic, center playing the power forward at Danny Wolf and a traditional center protecting the basket in Vlad Golden. I'm impressed at how Michigan's been able to make this work.
That's the thing. I mean, if you can, look, that's what made Nebraska unique and distinct last year, right? The emergence of a lot of people and a lot of our listeners even were basically saying that that he wouldn't translate, that Rick Mass wouldn't translate to the Big Ten. His skill set translated to fit Nebraska perfectly with an added what's the word I'm looking for? An added layer of what Derek Walker didn't give you. He gave you that
with the shooting.
And so that was a unique and distinct difference. Now, how it helped them is similar to what it does with Michigan. I think Michigan, say what you will, took a play out of what Nebraska did and tried to figure out how can we turn this, what would seem in the college basketball landscape of the day, the NBA's move towards 3-and-D type guys,
positionless,
right? How can we turn this into an advantage? That's what college basketball, I think, is about. How can I figure out how to be unique and distinct from everybody else that creates a nightmare, as you said, for those who would encounter us, right? And I think that if Nebraska had Rink, I think it would be still a good look. Now, what's different between them and us is they've still found a way to stretch the floor. They're not doing anything different than what Nebraska did. Nebraska used to have a lot of rink mass with Alec pick and rolls. You know what I'm saying? To get guys to have to make a decision with some form of maybe a lead pass. They figured out how to use that pretty effectively. The difference is now playing two of those guys, it kills spacing because they don't have to guard you. That's where Nebraska, I think, is going to struggle in this game because you're going to have to match up with some size. But the difference is you're still going to have to get out to those guys, and those guys are going to be able to just stand and look like the freaking wall of China in the paint against you. So
Nebraska's seen a little bit of this streak already twice this year from Maryland. But Michigan is even different from Maryland because Golden is even bigger than Julian Reese. Reese is probably a little bit more mobile than Golden is, to be completely fair. And Danny Wolf is a better shooter than Derek Queen, but Queen's got some good handles. He's got some wiggle in space. So even if you say Nebraska might be prepared for it with what it saw against Maryland, they're not the exact same team. They're not the exact same sort of players. But the blueprint for Maryland and Michigan is also the same there, Strick, where if you look at Michigan's starting lineups over the past 5 games, most of the time it's been Trey Donaldson at point, Reuben Jones at shooting guard, and then Roddy Gale at small forward. That's been the most frequent lineup for them, at least to start the games. Well, Trey Donaldson is shooting 41% from 3 this year. Reuben Jones, more of a defense-first guy, transfer from North Texas, only shooting 27% from 3, which isn't great for spacing. But then if it's Roddy Gale in the starting lineup, that's where the shooting really tanks. He's only shooting 22%. But you switch that and you put Namari Burnett in the lineup, super low usage guy. Super low usage rate. Just about 15% of possessions are ones that he ends. He's shooting 43% from three on over 100 attempts this year. You look at Will Shetter, who's a bench piece for them. Another bigger guy who can play the three, who can play the four for them. He's shooting 39.7% from three this year. You can get by with two non-shooters on the court, right? Like in the Maryland example, neither Queen or Reese really stretch the floor beyond the three-point arc for you, but they are so good at navigating the space, what they're asked to do in the offense. And the three guards that Maryland has in Gillespie, Rice, and Miguel all shoot the cover off the ball. Michigan has some lineups out there that it can play that really shoot it around those two big men. And really, Michigan can have four shooters on the floor around Golden if it wants to, if he's the one big. If you're playing two bigs together, you can go high-low because Golden's a decent passer. You can post Wolf up if you have to put a smaller guy on him. If you have a bigger guy on Wolf, you like him out on the perimeter because he can handle, he can shoot, he can pass, all of that stuff as well. And that's where, Strick, I think one of the keys for Nebraska will be getting Berke Boyuktenjel back for this game. We haven't heard about his availability. You don't really stop Danny Wolf. He's just that good a player. I mean, fringe, all-conference caliber type of player, probably second team if I had a vote. But if Nebraska is able to get Berke Boyuktenjel back, have him be moderately effective,
right,
and keep him out of foul trouble, and so it's a lot of ifs, right? He's probably Nebraska's best matchup for Danny Wolf, whether it's on the interior or on the perimeter. If you're telling me that Nebraska has to guard Danny Wolf with Jawan Gary for stretches, Danny Wolf's going to live in the post. They'll go high-low with Golden setting screens, short roll, lob over the top, high-low. Or you're telling me Andrew Morgan has to guard Danny Wolf? Andrew Morgan's going to compete his butt off. But Danny Wolf's got a handle, man.
Yeah.
He's going to shake Andrew Morgan a time or two and pull up and hit a jumper. Berke is a huge X factor for Nebraska Monday night.
Yeah, man. I will say that in these situations, what's scary, before we get out of here and go to break, is teams that have struggled in shooting with against everybody else, somehow, some way finds a way to have these crazy shooting, i.e. Washington, i.e. Texas A&M, you know what I'm saying? We can just keep going. They just seem, you can't take anything for granted, and you've got to make sure that not only are you challenging all shots, you're not letting them get comfortable, you're also securing first possession rebounds.
Yeah.
If you let this team, it never fails. And you and I will be sitting up there in the media section, and we'll watch them get a rebound, and we'll watch it kick it out, and we'll just be like, that's good.
Cash it.
That's good. Bam! You know what I'm saying? They can't have that. This has got to be, I'm not going to say Nebraska has to play flawless, but they're going to have to play very, they're going to have a very tight game in order, nothing like what was against, not Northwestern, but against Penn State.
Or Northwestern.
Where the ball was fumbling all over the place like the old Nebraska, 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
There is that. A couple other stats on Michigan. As a team, they shoot 36% from three, 64th in the country. Good shooting team, so there's the challenge. Nebraska's got to be locked in. They are brutally efficient from two, 59% on two-pointers. Helps when you can clear space or just shoot over top of people, again, with your two big guys there. They block a lot of shots, 7 per game, which is 20th in the country. Maybe that's a 7% of shots get blocked. I forget how to read the KenPom. Block percentage, yeah. So 7% of shots get blocked. That's 20th out of 360 teams in the country. They're not that aggressive on the perimeter, not like Penn State was. So Nebraska should have a better time holding on to the ball there. But you mentioned offensive rebounds, Strick. Michigan rebounds 34.4% of its own misses.
Right.
That's a lot. That's top 50, top 60 in the country. Part of it's that they're tall. The other part of it is that they're aggressive.
Wow.
They're going to go try to get that thing off the rim if they miss. That's one of their advantages. Scott and Lincoln, I hope we answered a lot of what you had to say there. But I'm going to push back a little bit on Nebraska will not have a chance to win this game if Berke doesn't play. I know we just got done calling him the X factor, but Strick, we've talked about this with Nebraska. A big reason that Northwestern was in the game early on, a big reason Nebraska got blown out by Penn State. Turnovers.
Yeah.
Huskers not taking care of the ball. Here's the thing. Michigan this year forces about 17% turnover rate, which is about 50th percentile in the country. But Strick, Michigan turns the ball over 20% of the time. 1 in every 5 possessions, they're giving it away. How do you let a mismatched team hang around? You turn the ball over. Nebraska has to pressure Michigan, specifically Vlad Golden. When he turns their back, Nebraska can bring their double, but try to punch it out. That's where teams have gotten Michigan. They'll throw the ball all around the yard. They will give it to you. If Nebraska can force Michigan into the same mistakes it's made all year, Nebraska will have a chance. And then there's this, Strick.
Well, they better run. They better run for those opportunities. Don't if they're gonna go and what people were talking about, that dribble weave all night, the handoffs and all. If they're just gonna slow down and get into that, they're going to miss opportunities, because guess what? They're gonna be sitting there just looking at you. Yeah, Mia, go ahead. Oh yeah, Morgan, give it your best. Right? And come on down here, Morgan. That bounce against me is not going to work, because see, Morgan his counters doesn't take him. Brinks does. I'm sorry, Austin. I'm gonna let you finish. His counters don't take you. If I'm here, right, and I bounce, step in, your counter should get this guy to move, and you should be over here with the counter. Morgan's bounce here to here. That's getting blocked.
You get back to where you started.
Basically, it's getting swatted. Like you have to be able to take a strong, long step into the paint, shot fake, and be able to spin and
get somewhere.
Be somewhere. That's how counters got to work. And we know that your Hakeem Olajuwon fade, every time you shot that, it's been an air ball. Leave that one alone. Leave that one. I'm sorry, Austin. I just found a
that's incredibly pertinent, because Strick, every possession is gonna matter. Here's the thing: going back to Thursday, January 16th, Michigan lost a game to Minnesota on the road on a half quarter by, I think it was Dawson Garcia. That's a 3-point game. They turn around.
He was supposed to be. I'm sorry.
They turn around. They go to overtime with Northwestern at home.
Husker.
Win that one by 4. They go to Purdue and get absolutely blasted, 91-64. Since then, Strick, Michigan is on a 6-game winning streak. The most points they've won a game by since January 27th, 4 points.
Wow.
Beat Penn State by 4, Rutgers by 3, Oregon by 4, Indiana by 3, Purdue by 2, and Ohio State by 3.
Wow.
Here's the other thing, Strick. Tonight, we get Michigan State, Michigan.
Oh, I'm about to watch that.
And then on Monday, Michigan's got to turn right back around and get to Lincoln. If you're in Nebraska, you are hoping Michigan State runs the legs. Let the big men play all
And they
day.
will.
We don't want big man foul trouble tonight, Husker fans. We want those big guys going up and down and up
Nebraska's,
and down. Then have to deal with the travel.
Sparty's going to do that. And shout out to Izzo, who is the all-time
past Bobby Knight
coaching leader in Big Ten history. I saw that game when he got it done. Shout out to him. Well deserved.
It's true.
Sparty
on, Sparty up. We'll see.
We got Sparty twice. Stricky.
Ooh!
Here in Lincoln.
This team did not.
Come back. We had to do it. We had to hit a 3-point shot. Tom Wall.
Legend.
We called the play. It was supposed to go. He gets fouled for a 3-point. Boom. And
was that his Steve Kerr 95 moment?
That was his moment. He didn't hit. He got fouled for 3, so he had to make 3 free throws.
Woo!
So then they take the ball out. I might be able to find it in on the break, because it's on YouTube. They take the ball out. They toss it in, and I steal it and just tried to just get it up quick, and I just missed. But we won in overtime. We won in overtime. And then we went out to Breslin and got him too. And that was a good team. That was Sean Westford, Snow, Poplawski. They had a nice little team.
Find that clip.
Yeah,
Your
I'm
boy
gonna
needs
find
to see it. We'll go to break, wrap up on the block in a sec.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Fear's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Fear's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fear's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Mulberry Barbecue now has a brand new second location to help all your lunch and dinner cravings. Stop by their newest location at 6125 Apples Way near Lowe's off of Highway 2. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burn-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Mulberry Barbecue open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway and now at 6125 Apples Way in South Lincoln.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Back one final time here for the week during On the Block. Austin Orman, Eric Strickland with you. Last segment of the show always brought to you by Love Volleyball Omaha.
It is.
Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national team players, and national champions all with Love Volleyball Omaha at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena in Ralston. Get your tickets today, LOVBOMA.com.
One of my favorites, Lexi
Rodriguez. You hear her voice on our commercials.
Yeah.
Shout out Lexi Rodriguez and Laura Dykema for coming in studio with us. Those fantastic conversations, you can still find them. That was, about a month ago now,
man.
give or take? So plenty of good stuff in there for you to go listen back to. Stricky, we were trying to find your highlight, but they hate you. They hating on Stricky. They didn't put you in the highlights.
I know,
What are they doing?
man. It's out there. I know. I actually got it somewhere, but it was like I literally, like if I would have got a good grip on that ball, then I could have got a really good attempt on it. Oh, that would have been the finish of finishes, man. You know, one of those ones that you remember. Like there's some I remember. There's another one I remember, Austin, when I was with, and this one can be pulled up too. I've seen it when I was with the Mavericks, and we had beat the defending champions in like back-to-back nights. You know, because I think we played them down there, and then we played them at home. And we ran a play, and Dirk gets a baseline. Mike Finley did something. He couldn't get a shot. He hits Dirk in the corner. And Dirk kind of takes, you know, kind of a tough shot. And he misses everything. I mean, everything. And I come up on the weak side and tip it in to win the game. Game winner. And then I remember another one. I can't remember if we were playing. I know I was playing in New York, so I was in the Garden. So it was late clock, so they put all the shooters in. So it was like me, Charlie Ward. It might have been either me, Charlie Ward, Chris Childs. I know for sure it was Allen Houston and Spree. So it might have been me, Spree, Houston, one of the others, and maybe Larry Johnson, right?
Okay.
So it was the last second. So they know we needed a three. And they left me in the corner. And they hit me I was wide open. And game winner in the corner in the Garden. There's a few of them that I remember like that. Just happened to be that.
Did you know
there's
off the
some
hand?
late free throws I had to close out. You know, those are always fun because there's a lot of pressure on those. You know, you don't want to be the GOAT. And I don't mean in a good manner. There's two ways of saying the GOAT. The
One
bad
of them is all caps and periods in between. And
Right.
The other is all lowercase.
Right.
Did you know that three was good when it left your hand?
Yeah, I felt it, my boy.
Did you Steph Curry look away?
No, I didn't do that. But I kind of faded, you know, after I shot it, I kind of faded down the sideline afterwards.
I don't blame you. You just hit a game winner in the Garden, Stricky.
Yeah, man.
What'd you do?
That part.
What you got this weekend?
This weekend's going to be pretty chill, man.
Good.
I'm looking forward to, shout out to the Kindler.
Yes.
In advance. We're going to have post game on Monday. Stricky will be staying and hanging out. The Kindler takes good care of us here at the Ticket. On nights where it's going to be a late night and don't want to have to make that long drive back.
Right.
And so salute to the Kindler. Shout out to Shaky Jakey and the 93.7 crew. And it's going to be a great weekend. The weather's going to start changing.
About freaking time.
Yeah.
Been a great week here on the block. Thanks to all the great sponsors who made this possible. Don't go anywhere. I'm with Jay Foreman for the next hour for Old School Corner 3. You look at college basketball, comes your way at 6. For Strick, I'm Austin. It's been fun. We'll do it again Monday.
This is Lincoln's home for